So it's Sunday night. You're sitting on your couch, and that familiar feeling starts creeping in. The dread, the knot in your stomach. Because tomorrow is Monday, and you have to go back. Back to the commute, back to the meetings, back to pretending you care about quarterly reports and performance reviews, back to trading 40 hours of your life for just enough money to pay bills, and do it all over again next week. You think about your boss, who's just doing the same thing one level up, and you realize everyone in your office is trapped in the exact same cycle. Work to live, live to work. Maybe you'll escape at 65 if you're lucky. Maybe. But here's what nobody tells you. The 9 to 5 isn't a career path. It's a trap designed to keep you productive and profitable for someone else, while ensuring you never build enough wealth to leave. Hi there. My name is Prosper, and I spend way too much time thinking about why millions of smart, capable people feel trapped in jobs they hate, but can't afford to quit. If you're someone who dreams about quitting your job, but the math never seems to work out, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, the 9 to 5 is just modern serfdom with better marketing. Back in medieval times, serfs were bound to the Lord's land. They couldn't leave. They worked the fields, gave most of what they produced to the Lord, and kept just enough to survive and keep working. They weren't slaves. They got to keep some of their harvest. But they could never save enough to buy their own land and become free. The system was designed that way. Keep them productive. Keep them dependent. Keep them working. Sound familiar? You work your job, and after taxes, rent, car payments, insurance, and basic expenses, you keep just enough to survive and show up again Monday. You're not building wealth. You're not building freedom. You're maintaining the system that keeps you trapped. According to a 2023 survey by Bankrate, 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. These aren't just low-income workers. This includes people making $100,000 plus per year. The system scales with income. The more you make, the more your expenses rise to match it, and you stay just as trapped. This is by design. Here's what most people don't realize. Your job will never pay you enough to escape your job. Let me show you the actual numbers. Let's say you make $60,000 a year. After taxes, that's about $45,000 take home. Here's where that money goes. Rent mortgage, $1,800 per month equals $21,600 per year. Car payment plus insurance, $700 per month equals $8,400 per year. Groceries, $600 per month equals $7,200 per year. Utilities plus phone, $250 per month equals $3,000 per year. Gas, $200 per month equals $2,400 per year. Health insurance or medical, $300 per month equals $3,600 per year. That's $46,200 in basic expenses. You're already underwater by $1,200, and we haven't included student loans, credit cards, entertainment, or literally anything beyond survival. So you get a raise. Great. Now you make $70,000. Take home is $52,000. But instead of getting ahead, you move to a nicer apartment, $2,200 a month. Upgrade your car, $850 a month. And your lifestyle expands to match your income. You're still broke, just broke at a higher income level. This is where it gets really interesting. According to research by Thomas Stanley in The Millionaire Next Door, high-income earners often have lower net worth than lower-income earners who live below their means and invest aggressively. The doctor, making $300,000 with a luxury car and big house, often has less net worth than the teacher making $55,000 who drives a used Honda and invests 30% of their income. Let me be clear. There are only 3 ways out of the 9-to-5 trap, not 7, not 10, 3. Path 1. Extreme savings plus investments. This is the financial independence retire early. Fire path. You live on 30 to 40% of your income and invest the rest aggressively. Here's the math. If you make $60,000 and live on $25,000 while investing $20,000 per year at 8% returns, you'll have $1 million in about 25 years. At a 4% withdrawal rate, that's $40,000 per year. More than you were living on. You're free. But here's the catch. You have to be willing to live like a broke college student while your peers are upgrading lifestyles. According to the FIRE movement, the average person who achieves early retirement does so in 15 to 20 years by maintaining a 50 to 70% savings rate. Most people can't do this, not because it's impossible, but because they won't make the sacrifices. Path 2. Build assets that generate income. This is the business/real estate path. You create something that produces cash flow independent of your time. Medieval merchants understood this. They didn't trade time for money. They bought ships, hired crews, and the ships made money while they slept. One merchant could own 10 ships doing 10 different trade routes simultaneously. Modern equivalent: rental properties, online businesses, dividend portfolios, royalties from creative work. According to the IRS, 88% of millionaires have income from at least 2 sources, and 65% have income from 3 or more sources. The math: if you can build assets generating $4,000 per month in passive income, and your expenses are $3,500, you're free. That might be 4 rental properties, or an online business, or a portfolio throwing off dividends. But the principle is the same. Your money works instead of you working. Path 3. Increase your per-hour value to absurd levels. This is the specialist consultant path. You become so valuable at something specific that you can work 15 to 20 hours per week and make $150,000 plus per year. Software engineers who can command $200 per hour. Consultants who charge $5,000 per project. Specialists with rare skills who work on their terms. The math: if you can charge $150 per hour and work 20 billable hours per week for 48 weeks, that's $144,000 per year. But you only worked 960 hours instead of 2,080 hours in a standard job. You bought back 1,120 hours of your life. That's freedom. Now you might be thinking, okay, Prosper, but I have bills. I have a mortgage. I can't just quit my job. And that's exactly how they got you. Here's the thing nobody talks about. The biggest thing keeping you in the rat race isn't the math. It's the psychology. You took the mortgage because you thought you needed the house. You took the car payment because you thought you needed the new car. You keep the subscriptions because canceling them feels like a loss. You maintain the lifestyle because anything less feels like failure. This is called the golden handcuffs. Your salary isn't high enough to make you wealthy, but it's high enough that you're terrified to risk losing it. According to a study published in the Journal of Economic Psychology, people are twice as motivated to avoid loss as they are to pursue equivalent gains. So the fear of losing your current lifestyle keeps you from taking the risks necessary to build a better one. Medieval serfs had the same psychology. They were technically free to leave the land. But where would they go? How would they eat? The known misery felt safer than the unknown freedom. Don't be a serf with a 401k. Here's an analogy that explains the mental shift you need to make. A medieval peasant sees a gold coin as money to spend. A medieval merchant sees a gold coin as a seed to plant. The peasant spends it on better food and comfort today. The merchant uses it to buy wool, sell it at a profit, and turns one coin into 3 coins. Your paycheck is not spending money. It's seed capital for building the system that frees you from needing a paycheck. Every dollar you spend on lifestyle is a dollar that can't work for you. Every dollar you invest is a dollar that multiplies over time and eventually buys back your freedom. The average American spends $3,000 per year on restaurants and $2,800 per year on entertainment, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's $5,800 per year. Over 20 years at 8% returns. That's $270,000. You traded $270,000 in future freedom for temporary comfort today, and you wonder why you're still trapped. The actual escape plan. All right, here's exactly how you escape. Not theory, not motivation. Math and steps. Phase 1. Stop the bleeding. Months 1 to 3. Track every dollar for 90 days. See where money actually goes. Cancel every subscription you don't use daily. Stop eating out. Cook at home. Save $300 to $500 per month immediately. Eliminate one major expense. Downgrade apartment. Sell the car with a payment. Cut something big. Goal. Free up $800 to $1,200 per month minimum. Phase 2. Build the war chest. Months 4 to 12. Direct that freed up money to a high-yield savings account. Build 6 months of expenses. Minimum. If expenses are $3,000 per month, save $18,000. This is your FU money. It's psychological freedom before actual freedom. According to research, having 6+ months saved reduces job-related stress by 60% because you're no longer operating from fear. Phase 3. Build income streams. Year 1 to 2. Start a side business. Doesn't matter what. Consulting, freelancing, e-commerce, services. Goal. $500 per month in month 6. $1,500 per month by month 12. $3,000 plus per month by month 24. Reinvest every dollar from the side business back into the business or investments. According to the Small Business Administration, most successful businesses take 18 to 24 months to become profitable. Plan accordingly. Phase 4. Invest aggressively, ongoing. While building the business, invest 30 to 50% of your W-2 income. Index funds, real estate, whatever fits your strategy. Goal. Build assets to $500,000. Plus while your side income grows. Phase 5. Quit when math says yes. When side income is greater than your expenses plus benefits, you can quit. When investment income is greater than your expenses at 4% withdrawal rate, you can quit. Not when you feel ready. When the math says you're ready. According to studies of successful early retirees, the average time from decision to escape to actually escaping is 5 to 7 years for focused individuals. Not 30 years. Not 40 years. 5 to 7 years of serious, intentional effort. Look, I need to be brutally honest with you about something that's going to sting. Most people watching this video won't do any of this. They'll watch, they'll feel inspired for 20 minutes, and then they'll go to work Monday and do absolutely nothing different. Why? Because escaping the rat race requires accepting discomfort now for freedom later. And humans are wired to choose comfort now over everything. According to behavioral economics research, humans discount future benefits by about 50% per year. A benefit 10 years from now feels essentially worthless compared to comfort today. This is why people stay trapped. But here's the thing. The discomfort you avoid today becomes the permanent prison you live in tomorrow. The sacrifices you make today become the freedom you experience for decades. Medieval serfs who saved enough to buy their freedom lived the rest of their lives free. Serfs who spent everything staying comfortable died serfs. Which one are you? The 9-to-5 rat race isn't mandatory. It's a choice you make every day by not choosing differently. You can wake up Monday and go to work and tell yourself someday. Or you can start today with one action. Track your spending. Cancel one subscription. Start researching a side business. Open an investment account. One action. Today. Because here's what nobody tells you. Every day you wait makes it harder. Every year in the corporate system makes you more dependent on it. Every raise makes the golden handcuffs tighter. The best time to escape was 5 years ago. The second best time is today. Hit that subscribe button if this gave you the blueprint you needed. Drop a comment telling me which path you're taking. Extreme savings, income-generating assets, or high-value specialist. And share this with someone who's tired of living for the weekend. The medieval serfs couldn't escape because they didn't have options. You do. The only question is whether you'll use them. I'm Prosper, and I'll see you in the next one.